The 47th President, Donald Trump, has introduced a daring proposal, one that could revolutionize the automotive industry. In an unexpected move, Trump has suggested a mandate that all cars be made in the United States. This controversial idea has ignited intense debates. Could it reshape manufacturing, trade, and consumer markets in the auto sector? Let's dive in. Reason 7. Reviving American manufacturing. For decades, the United States was a global leader in manufacturing, especially in the auto industry. But since the year 2000, over 5 million manufacturing jobs have disappeared, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Donald Trump's vision? Bring those jobs back, with a renewed focus on domestic auto production. A thriving Made in America industry could revitalize communities built around car manufacturing. The road to that revival? Far from simple. Aging facilities need modern upgrades. A new generation of workers must be trained. And costs? They need to remain competitive in an industry where efficiency is everything. There's also the global supply chain. Over the years, automakers have optimized production through international partnerships, bringing in parts and components from around the world. Untangling those networks, it won't just be costly, it could disrupt production entirely. Experts agree, bringing auto manufacturing back to America is possible. But without careful execution, the economic challenges could outweigh the benefits. Reason 6. The cost to consumers. A Made in America car. Sounds patriotic. But would consumers be willing to pay the price? Manufacturing in the USA. It's more expensive than in other countries, where labor and production costs are lower. And those costs, they don't just affect businesses, they trickle down to you, the consumer. According to the Center for Automotive Research, a 25% tariff on imported cars and parts, it could raise the price of a new vehicle by an average of $2,750. That's a major financial burden. For millions of Americans, higher costs could also push more buyers toward the used car market. And as demand rises, so will prices. And that's not all. If new car sales slow down, industries like auto financing and insurance, they'll feel the impact too. Protecting American jobs, a powerful incentive. But if the cost of ownership rises too high, it could slow down the entire economy, affecting far more than just the auto industry. Reason 5. The trade war risk. America doesn't build cars alone. The auto industry is global, relying on trade agreements with key partners like Mexico, Canada, Germany, and Japan. A shift toward fully domestic production, it could strain those relationships. Take the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, the USMCA. This trade deal was designed to strengthen North American manufacturing. But a strict Made in America mandate, it could violate its terms, triggering retaliatory tariffs and economic uncertainty. Then there's the foreign automakers already operating in the US. Companies like Toyota, BMW, and Honda employ thousands of American workers in states like Alabama, South Carolina, and Indiana. If trade restrictions make US production less profitable, these companies could pull out entirely, putting jobs at risk. International trade, it's a delicate balance. A shift toward domestic-only production could set off a wave of consequences, both economic and political. Reason 4. The innovation dilemma. The auto industry is in the middle of a technological revolution. And a lot of that progress? It comes from global collaboration. Take electric vehicles. Their most critical component, the battery, is largely produced in China and South Korea, where manufacturing is more advanced and cost-effective. Moving all production to the US, it could delay EV adoption, making cars more expensive and less accessible. Then there's autonomous driving, a technology driven by international partnerships in AI and data analysis, restricting access to global talent and research. It could slow down innovation, leaving the US behind in the race for the future of mobility. America has led the auto industry before, but in an era of rapid change, cutting off international collaboration could mean falling behind. Reason 3. The environmental trade-off. The US has some of the strictest environmental regulations in the world, especially in automotive manufacturing. While these rules ensure cleaner production, they also drive up costs compared to other countries. Bringing all car production to America, it could have unintended environmental consequences. If manufacturing plants don't adapt fast enough, increased production could actually raise emissions instead of lowering them. There's also logistics. Importing raw materials like steel, lithium, and rare earth metals could increase carbon footprints if supply chains aren't sustainability. It's critical. Without careful planning, domestic production could replace one problem with another. Reason 2. Legal and regulatory barriers, shifting the entire auto industry to the US. It's not just a business challenge, it's a legal one. Existing agreements like the USMCA and WTO regulations, they'd need to be renegotiated, a process that could take years and trigger trade disputes. Then there's domestic regulation. Different states, different policies on emissions, labor laws, and industry standards. Aligning federal and state regulations, a legal maze, one that could slow production and increase costs. And what about automakers themselves? A domestic production mandate. It could be challenged in court for violating free trade laws or restricting competition. These legal battles, they could delay or even derail the plan entirely. Reason 1. National security and economic resilience. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed the fragility of global supply chains, shortages of semiconductors, batteries, and raw materials. They brought auto production to a standstill. Trump's proposal, it taps into a growing concern. Should America be more self-sufficient? Reducing dependence on foreign suppliers, especially from China, could strengthen national security and economic sovereignty. But making the US fully independent, it comes with a price. Producing EV batteries domestically would require more mining for lithium and rare earth metals, industries that come with environmental and logistical hurdles. The question isn't just can we do it, it's can we do it efficiently? Trump's Made in America mandate. It's one of the most ambitious proposals in recent automotive history. It promises job creation, economic independence, and national security. But the challenges? Immense. Rising costs, trade conflicts, innovation setbacks, and environmental concerns. The US auto industry. It's at a crossroads. Can it regain its dominance without sacrificing affordability, efficiency, and global collaboration? That's the question. Now, what do you think? Would you support a fully American-made auto industry, or do the risks outweigh the rewards? Let us know in the comments below.